Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping into Web3 Graph. But before we do so, I do want to say the market is looking very, very rough. Bitcoin and Ethereum still at number 1 and number 2 in market cap, but they're barely above their relatively close 30K and 2K price points. We also see USDT and USDC continuing to gain value as well as BUSD in the market because people are trying to find a way to stay in a stable coin and be ready and prepared to jump into the market at any point in time, but they're not really quite ready yet. So let's jump into Web3 Graph and understand as to why Web3 Graph could actually help you and your crypto journey and portfolio in the near future. If at any point in time, by the way, during today's video, you guys are interested in Web3 Graph, I will have links down in the description below so you guys can learn a little bit more about how it can help you and, like I said, with your crypto journey. So Web3 Graph is the advanced event-based open graph for Web 3.0. If we actually go down to the system architecture as well, you can see a lot more about as to why people are interested in what they have to offer. So we have the ecosystem with SocialFi, DAO, GameFi, NFTs, and DeFi, Web 3.0 apps going into the event engine. So on-chain and off-chain engine being Web3 contracts or Web3 graph contracts, going into, Web3 Graph SDK, browser extensions, Web3 Graph API, and really so much more. But I want to jump over to the system architecture and kind of talk you guys through it. So Web3 Graph builds an open graph based on-chain and off-chain event data, providing infrastructure services for Web 3.0 applications. And it also bridges the gap to really the Web 3.0 world from Web 2.0. There's also a lot of ways to actually integrate Web 3.0 graph to, like I said, help integrate your crypto portfolio in the right direction. So through the Web3 Graph protocol, Web3 applications will actually quickly and accurately discover and record various complex businesses, behaviors, and social relationships and relationships and content. So we're seeing a lot of cool stuff there with system architecture. But the cool thing about Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 Graph, we have events, and more events. So that's something we've noticed in the past with crypto is charts and prices are all usually integrated and kind of moved throughout the crypto space because of these events that take place. So Web3 Graph has built API components that allow developers and applications to access on-chain smart contract data in a more convenient way. Smart contract data really is one of the main reasons, like I said, you haven't really kind of figured out the best way to invest in crypto. So the Web3 Graph API provides developers with an easy way to access graph data and provide a unified way for Web 3.0 and Web 2.0 developers to access it. So you can see here how it kind of accurately represents what they do here with the Web Graph itself, or the Web3 Graph itself. So we can see the start with the Web3 Graph smart contracts with the apps are all around it, contract calls, and we see Web3 Graph API and the Web3 Graph ecosystem connecting there. So it's really, really cool how this all comes together. And like I said, definitely going to help you in your crypto journey. And that's why I do want to say, if you haven't already, jump down into the links in the description below. Take a look at it yourself. Like I said, I'm not really a financial advisor at all, so always do your own research, but this will definitely help you, like I said, during your crypto journey. We also see Web3 Graph SDK. So the Web3 Graph SDK is actually a development suite of tools for a wide range of data sources from Web 2.0. It enables developers to bring in the external data they need for their applications. So that's really cool as well. We're seeing a lot of reasons as to why people are getting involved here with the features and utility in today's cryptoverse is definitely going to be helpful. We have the browser extension as well, so you can go to the developer center and actually jump in with that browser extension. But some of the cool parts of the Web3 Graph protocol that we talked about are, the event engine. We have the Web3 Graph API and the Web3 Graph SDK. So a lot of cool stuff there. If we jump down a little bit farther, we can see the team introduction themselves. So you can see the CEO, the CTO, and the CMO. What's cool about this is you can actually see more about them and kind of an information and background on each individual person, which is nice to see kind of full transparency and honesty, integrity behind the project, where it comes from and who's in charge. We also see more on the roadmap to come. So design Web3 Graph Protocol v01.0. We see more about the design event engine, experiment on-chain events with bipartite Graph DB, and we also have much more, obviously, in 2022 and then Q1 2023 as well. A lot of cool stuff here on this roadmap. I'm not going to talk all the way through because there is quite a bit of it. If you guys want to learn more, like I said, links down in the description below. So if we actually jump over to their Twitter real quick, you can see that there is a reason to follow them. They actually kind of keep you up to date very consistently on their Twitter, which I love to see. Social media being consistent is definitely an important part of any really kind of platform in the crypto space. So Web3 Graph Activator campaign, week 3 winners. They just put the list out. They also have transforming Netflix into a Web3 platform will undoubtedly allow it to explore new business models. As the infrastructure of Web3, Web3 Graph will provide Web2 companies with the more efficient data analysis tools to help them better connect the two worlds. And you can see a little bit more about their AMAs and so much more on their project itself. I want to jump over to Crypto.com before we talk a little bit too much more about Web3 Graph, because if you guys haven't already, there are many ways to actually buy cryptocurrency in the space. Crypto.com has to be one of the best. The world's fastest growing crypto app, you can actually join 50 million plus users buying and selling 250 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost, and you can spend with the Crypto.com Visa card and get up to 8% back. You can also grow your portfolio and receive rewards up to 14.5% on your crypto assets. So this is actually the website we were using earlier to actually show you guys the prices. So you can see the top 50 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USDC, BNB, XRP, BUSD. This is where we're seeing all the price changes, and we're kind of stay up to date with the stable coins because I'm very interested to see what happens with some of these stable coins. Right now, USDT is actually at $1.03, which is interesting to see. But just all around the board, this is going to be a great place to buy your cryptocurrency. If you guys want to learn more about Crypto.com, definitely check out, like I said, the description below. We'll have links for Crypto.com as well. As we jump back over to Web3 Graph, we've talked about a majority of what I wanted to talk about when it came to this project and platform. But when it comes to a Web3 Graph, there is more involved with the technical solution. So I do think, some of the big stuff you're going to find when it comes to Web3 Graph is that they have all this utility and features built in because people have been really needing it. There's been that need and utility kind of gets covered with Web3 Graph. So I just think it's something that a lot of us will be very, very happy about being able to use this in the near future. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you want to learn more, like I said, about any of what was talked about today, links in the description. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. We're trying to keep you guys up to date with all things crypto as the markets are struggling. We're not going to give you really price updates until we get more of an understanding of where we're at, because right now we could be seeing much more pain, and we could also be seeing kind of a nice recovery. We want to make sure we have the right answer for you before we give it to you. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We'll keep you up to date with all the updates we can. So I'll see you all in the next one.